நீங்கள் பார்த்து கொண்டிருப்பது உங்கள் RSKV யூடியூப் சேனல்.
Income Tax Inspectors Exam 2013 Paper 4 Office Procedure. Question 1. The period of limitation for filing of revised return is within dash or before the completion of the assessment, whichever is earlier. Relevant annual year. Question 2. The tax recovery officer has to submit reason-wise analysis of pending certificate which are stayed or locked up in a dash basis, quarterly basis. Question 3. During a survey action under section 133A, the survey team finds the premises locked. In such situation, that they are not authorized to break open the lock. Question 4. CCS (CCA) rules are framed in conformity with Article Dash of the Constitution of India 311. Question 5. The local purchase committee can recommend purchase up to rupees 2,50,000 to modified. Then question 6. When a government employee falls ill, the authorized medical attendant is determined with reference to the place at which he falls ill. Question 7. If a government servant is on leave from 24th June 2021 to 5th July 2022, suffixing holidays on 6th and 7th July 2022 and resuming duty on 8th July 2022, his increment will be drawn from 6th July 2022. Question 8. Special features of service of notice made by centralized processing center is A. Being computer generated does not require physical signature. B. Date of posting on official website or email is date of service. Both A and B above are correct. Question 9. Female employee has a choice to include as dependent either her parents or her parents-in-law. Question 10. In which form should pay fixed allowance and leave salary bill is prepared? GAR 1313. Question 11. A government servant will be eligible for increment on 1st July if he completes services for 6 months and above. Question 12. Which of the following periods are not eligible for being counted as qualifying service of a government servant? A. Extraordinary leave taken on medical certificate. B. Extraordinary leave granted due to his inability to join or rejoin duty on account of civil commotion. C. Extraordinary leave granted to him for pursuing higher scientific and technical studies. Answer: all of the above are correct. Question 13. A government employee is expected to intimate the government apart from separate intimation under Rule 18/3 of CCS Conduct Rules, the value of total transactions in shares, securities, debentures or mutual fund scheme, etc. if the same for a calendar year exceeds bracketla modified nirka. Answer: 2 months basic pay of the government employee. Question 14. Report regarding progressive workload and disposal of total wealth tax cases finds place in CAP 3. Question 15. Total demand for collection at the month end in CAP 1. A. Includes demand not fallen due. B. Includes reduction in demand due to appeal effect. C. Includes reduction in demand due to rectification. Answer D. None of the above. Question 16. Medical advance may be paid in dash installments for the same illness or injury subject to the limit prescribed. Any number. Question 17. As per Section 275/1A of the Income Tax Act, no order of imposing or enhancing or reducing or cancelling penalty should be passed after the expiry of dash from the end of month in which the order of the appellate tribunal or high court is received by the CCIT or CIT. 6 months. Question 18. As per Central Action Plan 2017-18, cash collection out of net current demand shall be dash percent of the current demand due during the year, 30%. 30. Question 19. X is transferred from Bhavnagar to Ahmedabad during the joining time. X is dash eligible for HRA at the rate applicable at Bhavnagar. Question 20. Personal pay means pay to protect the government servant from loss of substantive pay. Question 21. An order of assessment is set aside on July 20th, 2022 under Section 263 of the IT Act. An order of fresh assessment may be made A. Within 1 year from the end of financial year in which order under Section 263 is passed by the CIT. B. Within 2 years from the end of financial year in which order under Section 263 is passed by the CIT. C. Within 1 year from the date of order passed under Section 263 by the CIT. D. Within 2 years from the date of order passed under Section 263 by the CIT. Answer A. Within 1 year from the end of financial year in which order under Section 263 is passed by the CIT. Question 22. Family for GPF purposes does not include natural child given on adoption to other person. Question 23. Quarterly Progress Report Part A deals with statistics relating to income tax and corporation tax. Question 24. Which of the following registers is not maintained online in AST functionality? Demand and Collection Register. Question 25. Under what section of IT Act the interest on refund is granted to the assessee? Section 244A. Question 26. In a case where the audit objection raised is on facts and the jurisdictional CIT is, after necessary verification, satisfied that the audit objection is actually incorrect. Answer. No remedial action needs to be initiated. Question 27. Within what period can TA be claimed? 1 year. Question 28. Which of the following periods are counted towards qualifying period of service of a government servant? Answer. Period of suspension followed by minor penalty. Question 29. Amounts tendered in cash towards government dues may be received by DDOs and receipts issued to the parties in Form GAR 6. Question 30. Under the rules, a member of family of the government employee other than a pensioner is treated as a dependent only if his or her income from all source is less than dash per month plus DNS relief thereon, modified bracket la. Answer rupees 9,000. Question 31. No joining time is admissible in case of temporary transfers for a period not exceeding 180 days. Question 32. During the receipt of audit of a central circle dealing with such assessments, an audit party headed by an audit officer requests for a perusal of seized material. In such a scenario, the AO should deny the request. Question 33. The monetary limit of tax effect prescribed for filing appeal before the Supreme Court is more than 2 crores. Order of assessment or reassessment or recommutation under Section 147 cannot be made after the expiry of 1 year from the end of the financial year in which notice under section 148 was served. Question 35. For the purpose of home travel concession, entitlement of employees are divided into 5 categories on the basis of level in the pay matrix. Question 36. Which of the following is a kind of pension? Compassionate allowance. Question 37. The correctness of separate bill register in Form GAR 9 to be maintained for noting down the contingent bills drawn by DDO. This is different from bills register for pay and allowances, is due to be reviewed and reconciled with the Pay and Accounts Office every month. Question 38. During deputation abroad, HRA is admissible at the rates applicable to HQs up to dash without production of any certificate to the effect that the family resides at the headquarters. 1 year answer. Question 39. Which of the following is non-working day of a government servant under CCS pension rules 1972? The date of retirement of a government servant who is retired prematurely or who retires voluntarily. Question 40. During the period of joining time, a government servant shall be entitled to pay equal to pay and allowances like DA, HRA, CCA, etc., drawn before relinquishment of charge at the old post. Question 41. Information regarding determination, issue, and pendency of refunds, fines placed in monthly refunds report. Question 42. As per Central Action Plan 2017-18, dash percent of the dash time bearing scrutiny assessments were to be completed by the assessing officer by 31/3/2017. Answer 20%. Question 43. The headquarters of suspended officer may be changed by the competent authority. Question 44. Time limit within which the assessment of such cases under section 153A is to be completed is within 1 year from the end of financial year in which last authorization of search under section 132 has been executed. Question 45. An additional CIT authorizes an ITA under section 133A to conduct a survey at a shop. During this survey, the ITA can independently place marks of identification on any books of account found. Question 46. In case of the original assessment was subject to scrutiny, notice for reopening can be issued beyond 4 years of the relevant assessment year if Joint Commissioner or Additional Commissioner is satisfied for the reasons recorded by the assessing officer that it is a fit case for issue of notice. Question 47. The period of limitation for serving notice for hearing under section 143(2) of the IT Act for regular assessment is before expiry of 3 months from the end of financial year in which return is furnished. Question 48. Warrant of attachment of movable property of a defaulter is issued by tax recovery officer in form number ITCP 2. Question 49. What is the limit of direct market purchase without quotation? Rupees 25,000. Question 50. In the CBDT, matters relating to internal audit and public accounts public accounts committee are looked after by the member bracket like A and J. Question 51. Which of the following statement with regard to powers of a leave sanctioning authority is not correct? May alter suo motu the nature of leave due and applied for. Question 52. 10 days of joining time is admissible if the distance between old headquarters and new headquarters is 1000 kilometers or less. Question 53. Bills claiming pay and allowances for new incumbent who has come on transfer should be accompanied with the last pay certificate received from the previous office. Question 54. Notice for regular assessment under section 16(2) of the Wealth Tax Act is to be served on the assessee before the expiry of 12 months from the end of the month in which return is furnished. Question 55. Which of the following is taken into account for granting of cash equivalent in lieu of leave? Special pay granted to a government servant. Question 56. The tax recovery officer issues warrant of arrest in the form number ITCP 26. Question 57. As per Central Action Plan 2017-18 for for deepening and widening of tax base, notice under section 148 bar 142 bar 1 was to be issued to the non-filers in appropriate cases by 31/12/2017. Question 58. The procedure laid down in rules 14 to 18 of CCS CCA rules needs to be followed in cases of an employee charge sheeted under Prevention of Corruption Act. Question 59. Receipt Audit Register 6 relates to A. Instruction issued by CIT, B. Instruction issued by ICIT or additional CIT, C. Draft paras. Answer D. None of the above. Question 60. The correct combination is Receipt Audit Register, Major Audit Objection. Question 61. Under Rule 15 bar 1 B/D, a GPF subscriber is permitted to withdraw from his account for the purpose of additional alteration or reconstruction of the house property. A male government servant applies for withdrawal under that rule for the house property standing in the name of his wife. The withdrawal applied for is admissible to him if wife is the first nominee for GPF purposes. Question 62. A female government servant has 3 children. The youngest is 15 years, middle one 19 years, and the eldest son is 21 years. The eldest child is also mentally challenged. Which of the following position with regard to child care leave admissible to her is correct? CCL is admissible in respect of 21 years old child. Question 63. Report regarding demand difficult to recover fines placed in CAP 1. Question 64. Tax arrears which have become clearly irrecoverable can be considered for write-off under regular procedure of write-off of demands if they are over 3 years old. Question 65. Home travel concession is not admissible during child care leave. Question 66. Minimum service required by an employee to be eligible for claiming children education level allowance is no such minimum service requirement. Question 67. Report regarding income-wise analysis of new assessees finds place in CAP 2. Question 68. Demand difficult to recover in CAP 1 includes demand stayed by courts /ITAT and IT authorities. Question 69. Minimum service required to become eligible for claiming home travel concession is -years, 1 year. Question 70. ITNS 159A is Register of Penalties under section 271 bar 1C. Question 71. Where an order under section 263 of the IT Act is passed by the CIT enhancing the assessment, the order imposing penalty under section 271 bar 1C may be passed within a period of dash. Answer 6 months from the end of the month in which such order is passed. Question 72. Advance for HTC or LTC is admissible for return journey also if the leave taken by the employee or the anticipated absence does not exceed dash days, 90 days, 90. Question 73. Annual ceiling of children education allowance in the case of children with disabilities is dash 54,000. Question 74. An internal audit objection relating to income tax with tax effect of more than rupees 1 lakh can be settled by CIT, audit, and jurisdictional CIT. Question 75. In home travel concession is billed under the head salary. Question 76. Revision of an order under section 264 can not be prejudicial to the assessee. Question 77. The DDO should verify the total in cash book or have this checked by some responsible official other than the writer of the cash book who will initial it as correct on a daily basis. Question 78. Demand notice of demand under section 156 of Income Tax Act 1961 is A. Intimation under section 143 bar 1. B. Intimation under section 200A bar 1. Both A and B above are correct. Question 79. When are monetary transactions to be entered in the cash book? As soon as they occur. Question 80. Issue of summons under section 131 of Income Tax Act 1961 is as per Code of Civil Procedure 1908. Question 81. The amount of government's monthly contribution in contributory provident fund account is an amount equal to the 14% of the monthly emoluments of the government servant. Question 82. The report of aggregation of agriculture income with non-agriculture income is a quarterly report. Question 83. The claim of transportation of conveyance on transfer is admissible in the following cases. The conveyance should be owned by the government servant. Question 84. For deciding the dependency of member of family other than spouse, his or her income from all source should not exceed modified rupees 9,000. Question 85. Under CCS conduct rule, a government employee has to report every transaction concerning movable property either in his own name or in the name of his family members within 1 month from the date of such transaction if the value of transaction exceeds dash basic pay of employee 2 months. Question 86. An order passed under section 132 bar 3 prohibiting a person from removing any books of accounts or other documents found in his possession cannot remain in force for a period exceeding how many days from the date of such order? 60 days. Question 87. Grade pay means the basic pay drawn in the grade in which he is appointed substantively. Question 88. Which of the following statement relating to the provision of section 147 of the IT Act is false? If the assessing officer has reason to suspect that income chargeable to tax has escaped assessment, the assessment can be reopened. Question 89. Before disposing of an appeal filed before him, the CITA can make further inquiries as he thinks fit or he can direct the AO to make further inquiries. Question 90. Register of contingent charges is to be maintained in form RPR 27. Question 91. DDO should physically verify the cash balance in hand with reference to the closing cash balance and record a signed and dated certificate in cash book on the last working day of the month. Question 92. Under section 147 of the IT Act, the assessing officer may assess or reassess any issue relevant to income which comes to his notice during the proceedings. Question 93. If the outstanding demand does not exceed rupees 5,000, they may be written off under ad hoc procedure of written off. Question 94. Local committee for write-off of arrears consists of 3 officers of the level of additional or joint CIT. Question 95. Under section 16 of the Wealth Tax Act, no intimation shall be sent after the expiry of dash from the end of assessment year in which net wealth was first assessable, 2 years. Question 96. Revenue budget consists of revenue receipts of the government and its expenditure. Question 97. The residuary financial powers vest in Finance Minister. Question 98. A retired on superannuation in September 2024. His son was studying in class 10 during that time. Please select the correct statement in respect of children education allowance from the following. A is eligible for CEA for the study of his son in class 10 during the academic year 2024-2025. Question 99. The return of income has been processed under section 143(1) for the annual year 2021-2022. The income escaping assessment is rupees 50 lakh or more. Notice under section 148 can be issued by 31/3/2031. Question 100. While computing period of limitation, which of the following is not included? The period of adjournment sought by assessee.